Who gets the first goal in 2020? Is our first chance. Is he got it home? Is he got it home? You betcha. Right, Shane Edwards in the ball.
Look out. They come forward to defend the Tigers. Butler, ground level. Walsh in air swing. Caddy high. Lynch again, and in the front it's Revolt. So after all their hard work, Richmond have actually increased this lead. And they go deep again, and there is Martin, and he just gets rid of his...
Simpson on the up. To McGovern, to Curnow. Archie's back. Handball okay. It was clever, actually. Walsh turns around and directs to Gibbons. Oh, that's great defence by Baker. Martin's been very impressive. Can he shake the tag? He does. Oh, that's one for the highlights reel.
Become a factor. Lowers the eyes. Inside 50. Cunningham's pickup was good. Shovels it back to Martin, who's been unbelievable. Stands up in the tackle to Murphy. Murphy. Nunes off a step. What about this? It goes through.
Collingwood have had 92 disposals to Bulldogs 54 so far.
Inside 50 count Hodgie too. 12-2 in favour of the Maggies. Hunter. Williams is a talented player, but he might have just coughed that up. Elliott on the up. Here is Brown. Gives it to his brother, who walks on through and kicks another one for Collingwood. The Browns come
in the end. Quick hands back to Crisp. And then a long, hopeful ball forward. Myercheck, well done in the air. Did a great job of it. Kicked 29 in his debut year, then 36 last year. Opened his account in 2020. The umpires have a pretty good record against the players. Well done to Goey. Clean pick-up, should finish it. Does. He's a star. Have dominated in so many facets of the game. The last 3 goals of the second term makes the scoreboard look a little more attractive than it was. Got out to 48 points. Here's a chance for Josh Bruce, his first perhaps. 50 in 2015, 36 plus in 3 of the last 4 years. He knows exactly where the goals are, and he's got his first as a Bulldog. Back to Dale, and then Johannesson relieves a little pressure. Caleb Daniel, he's on his bike. Main got there first for the Pies, to side bottom, back to Main, to side bottom again, and then waited a while before he pulled the trigger, and he found Adams. So Adams, a bit of a lingering doubt over his hip after the Marsh Series game against the Saints. Recovered, and he's got one to start his season. Pies by 40.
Up there, the rest is small and fast, and I mean Blakey's tall, but he's very quick, so opposite forward lines.
Well, speaking of Fogarty, takes the mark. Nice work and a good fend from Heaney. Kept Jones at bay. Eyed off Blakey, but that experience of Talia, he's a hard man to beat, although the ball's still very much alive. And Kennedy, right up to the moment, got it onto the boot and through for the Swans. Generating another opportunity deep, but that all, in the end, it wasn't taken by Mackesy. Onto it is Papley. That is danger, danger, danger. Papley is celebrating. He looked to the crowd. There was no one there. Nonchalant little hand pass. Parker, the next link of the chain. Now Dawson off that left boot. And reeled in by McCartan. Let's see how he assesses things at this end. That's a better kick. That is an outstanding kick from Tom McCartan. A minute 50 to go. There's an opportunity here. Frampton was quick with the hands, and so was Crouch with the foot. And now hugged into the chest. Oh, what an opportunity this is for Chase Jones. Stands at 35. He stands at 30. And now he can stand with arms raised and fist.
A little bit of chaos ball toward Bell Chambers. Darcy had a chance. Gone.
Big Sean Darcy. He's not the player you want here.
Townsend hands it off, gives it to Smith, and it's all the way home. Perfect start, Bomber.
Now we'll call it because Lobb gets onto his right boot and he puts it right through the...
Opens up now for Zaharakis. Has a bounce. No one comes at him. Snelling under it. Just stumped away last second. Snelling ducks back. Got away, sprinted clear of Chera and drills it. Huge moment.
And a nice whoo at the end there too, just to top it off. Well played. Gets the kick away, McDonald. Tippin Woody does something magic. And Stringer kicks the goal. Stringer's got it.
Wants to go and take off outside the boot. Delightful delivery. Tucker, the dance step. And he blasts it long. Sturts the man again. 2 to beat the kid. 2 to beat the kid.
Go to the super box and see the family. They'll be going nuts.
casually wiped the hair from his eyes, walks in, first game, equal to the task, game on again. Ainsworth funneled it out. Rowell. Miller. Kick. And Mackenzie can't spoil this one away. King strong. Rockcliffe, Boak. Boak gets it back for the 1-2-3. And getting there late, but got there big time in the end was Georgiadis. So some pressure on Mitch to replicate Dad, but he can kick straight. Kicking is one of his tricks. And he slots his first ever goal in AFL footy. Standards.
Bombing away until then.
We tried to hit the spot for Day's big leap. Greenwood nearly. Swallow, yes! 2 in a row. Had a metre on Bowes. Pie said he went. So he goes to Westhoff.
Geez, they're working hard, Port Adelaide. You can just see a lot of tongues dragging or hanging out in the Gold Coast team.
Hartler blast that. Plenty on it. And it might be home. Lukosius didn't touch. Good game. He strolls through to the Hoff. Met hard by Swallow. And maybe a little high.
Just ran past.
Yeah. Well, he went past the ball. Yeah. Always wants to go, even though he looks like he might stop. Hard collision. And was it a high collision?
Very brave going back with the ball. I understand Boak coming in and remonstrating, but there was nothing untoward about that contest.
Penetrating ball inside 50. Oh, good mark. One-on-one, Daniel Lloyd.
Leave it, guys, I'm right here.
And it's in good hands now. Lockie Whitfield, a beautiful user of the footy. Steers a low burner, getting back to Lloyd. Oh, he started beautifully. He's going to be a very, very good player. This is O'Connor. And Darcy fought through his hands. Radagalea's been quiet. Mitch Duncan. They need this, and they get it. The numbers back there. Has that gone the required journey to Cam Guthrie? Mitch Duncan wants it back. Pretty good connection, and he's found a way to kick his third goal. Mitch Duncan back-to-back. First game of Green gets involved, got a little flick handball out. Tom Green, he's a big, powerful young man. Perryman, can they kick a settling goal? Perryman has got 4 goals. What a return for that man.
Bang around the body from the late inclusion Murphy. So Matt Jack Bill was a late out for North Melbourne. Murphy was the inclusion. Geary hands it over. Dunstan gets a chance to use it. And he blasts it. Goal square high. And the mark has been taken by Steele.
He'll be a great plus for them.
Walker gets up and crashed to the ground. Hit it hard.
No crowd here. Could absolutely hear the noise.
Oh. Top of the shoulders, back of the neck. That's not where you want to land. I mean, it was a terrific contest, but then he just, unfortunately, the stumble from Membry took his legs out from under him completely. Where you want to land. I mean, it was a terrific contest, but then he just, unfortunately, the stumble from Membry took his legs out from under him, completely accidental.
Told to go. Thumps at goal square. There's a hold, and King will get his first shot at goal. Max King free. Wearing Nick Rewald's number 12. From the old King to the new King. Kicks his first goal in AFL footy. Some knuckles on it. Last second. Scramble from Anderson. Missed his target with the handoff. Hunter Clark spins into a tackle rather than out of one. Long put his heart and body on the line. Simpkin finds some space. Needs to finish. It's clean, and they have some momentum. He kicked the last goal. Traps it through the hands of Anderson. Curtis Taylor hunts it. Kept it in somehow. Gets it to Goldstein somehow. Hands it back again. And now he hits Hall. Plays on. Opens it up. And he's a star when he's on. And he was on right there. Having a think. Heads top of the square instead. Cunnington's the leaper. Off hands. He's got it. 3 grabber.
Keep position tight. He's got very, very good stamina.
A chance here for the Hawks. Smith on his left. He gets the Hawks rolling. He's an old star, an ageing veteran, but he started his season beautifully.
McInerney out the back, the big man. Oh, look at the pick up from McCluggage to Hipwood. That was silky smooth, and Eric Hipwood has got his first goal, and the first one for the Brisbane Lions.
Lions. Neil
to Zorko on the wing. Again, McAvoy getting involved, but Hipwood just starts to dash away. Got a couple of helpers. One of them is Cam Rayner. He can look over the top if he wants to. McStay and decides to go long instead. Can he bounce it through? Cam can. Well done. He breaks the run of Hawks goals back to 10 points.
On his own, will it get there? Didn't quite. He's pretty clever. He's got options and got through a couple and just did what he does better than anyone else. The Silk's got 3, and there's a bit of joy for you.
Basic margin.
Oh, big boy McAvoy. That's a good grab. They're 2 biggest. Back with a fly to O'Brien. Warble did really well to Scully, who burned off his opponent, had run harder than anyone else and might have just kicked the sealer there, Tom Scully.
Shepherd driving ball again. Darling looked likely. Nick Nananui over the top, and the Eagles will get their second goal. Archie can roll it through. Here they go out of the middle. Extra artillery now that Tim Kelly is a West Coast player. Harms had to be good with the handball. It was a little short of being assessed that way. Puts his teammates under pressure. Oh, Neville's out a handball straight to Sheed, who says thank you very much.
Transition off halfback is so important in today's game, and when you transition, you want some representation forward of centre. Exactly like West Coast have been able to produce here.
Brilliant from Darling, and what about the handball from Archie? And that allows Ryan to run in another one for the Eagles. And eyes off Alex Neil-Bullen, who realises suddenly that he can go, and there's a path ahead for Fritsch, who takes off at centre-half forward, kicks it wide. They've got someone running from behind this time. That's a different way of finding a man inside the 50, and Tom McDonald is that man. The first goal of the last quarter, and he's done it for the D's.
The push in the back rule, please, Jono.
Oh no, Jared, you're going to have all your hobby horses out, aren't you, in the next 10 weeks? Going forward.
Got plenty of time to get them out.
Yeah.
Oh, this is good play if he can get a goal.
Bedford the turn, and he can link up with Pickett. There you go. That's something you look forward to, D's. Footy, we're going to miss you. The West Coast Eagles go out in style. And that's it for the moment for AFL football in 2020. Who knows when we'll return? The players are exhausted. They probably feel numb like most of us right now. West Coast too good for Melbourne by 27 points.